Thanks for everybody being here. This is great. It's fucking great, actually. Indianapolis has experienced great changes in the last decade and is becoming a healthier community. We recognize that people and places are linked in the web of life. One can't thrive without the other. This project, is the first step in mending the bond between community and place. More than just a simple gesture, this project will serve as a catalyst bonding community to a place through beauty and the spirit of involvement. This community is 2.5 miles northeast of the Circle and wedged between Fall Creek and the Monon Trail. More specifically, the site boundaries are 25th Street to the south, 28th to the north, Winthrop to the west, and the Monon Trail to the east. You probably know it. This site has the opportunity to become a gateway that will connect communities. While it looks toward the city skyline and sits along the Monon Trail, the land suffers from contamination that prevents its use by anyone. Instead of a gateway, it's become a barrier. Before we plan for the future, we're obligated to consider the past. Prior to settlement in the early 1800s, this site was a small piece of a large, vibrant hardwood forest that covered the Midwest. After the clearing of the forest and a generation of agriculture, this parcel of land became the Belt Junction rail yard for the Monon Railroad. It was a place where trains would exchange freight and receive regular maintenance. It was a hub of activity and contributed to the early economy of Indianapolis. This is great. This is where we are now. The cycle of life. The cycle of life for this site is stuck. The challenge ahead of us is to get it back on track. And back on track can be a lot of things, but it's also a place of beauty and inspiration, and that's what this is all about, right? Okay. One obvious place of inspiration is the Monon Trail. Many of you have already been on it. It has sparked new and creative uses along the route, such as the Gleaners Food Bank, the new Project School at 22nd Street, as well as various sites for public art and outdoor recreation. However, nothing is really going on with this site right now. It's just sitting there. Looking beyond the Monon Corridor itself, the site is located near both economic and residential areas of planning and redevelopment. And focusing on this site brings the immediate community into the scope of the greater redevelopment area. This place is a place that has transitioned from nature to economic hub and is now trapped within the legacy of industrialization. It has a chance to be something more. Sometimes something small and simple is just enough to get things started. A spark, an idea, and a seed. Imagine a place full of color and life, a new beginning. A place that embraces nature as partner, as teacher, and as healer, and brings us together to envision a new future. This is our vision for a new beginning. Take a portion of the site where the heaviest levels of contamination are present and create a visual spectacle much like this one here tonight, where nature begins to heal the land while inspiring the community around it. A series of towers will rise up from the landscape, created from recycled and repurposed materials. These towers will be colorful beacons of change that provide places for birds to nest and perch, while visually connecting the site to the greater Indianapolis downtown towers. As a means of engaging the surrounding communities. Oh, yeah, that's right. There we go. Okay, here we go, back up. Sunflowers will begin transforming the site from the ground up. The roots will begin the process of phytoremediation, drawing up the pollutants from the soil while filling an empty space with new life and energy. Beauty with a purpose. The lines and landscape are an homage to the former lines of tracks that cut through the site. These lines, now reinterpreted, will serve as a visual gateway that reinforces the concept of connectivity to and through the site from all directions. All facets of this project work in harmony to inspire and bring people together. This site invites area residents and those from the greater Indianapolis community to take notice and get involved in the future vision. Rather than a stuck site, there will be constant change. Life will be present in the emerging flowers, the construction of the towers, the bird life that inhabit the site, and the community that engages it. As a means of engaging the surrounding communities, we will be distributing packets of seeds and information on how to get involved in the making of decisions about the redevelopment of this site and the greater community. These packets of seeds will serve to connect people to the site through the flower. Inspiration doesn't have to break the bank. Our project is shovel-ready with the Indy Parks Department on board. Its budget is divided between sunflower seeds, habitat towers, and community outreach, having the biggest bang for the buck. As a result of this project, new channels of communication will be opened. New ideas will be exchanged and cultivated into reality. Thanks, you guys. You've been great.